The Day Santa Died, a one-act play by John Storrs. The cast, Joe Fishbait. The Street Santa, Alice Fishbait, Joe's wife. Timmy, an 8-year-old boy. Mom, Timmy's mother. 2 robbers. First policeman, a young man. Second policeman, an older man. Sergeant, a fat man. The setting of the stage is in the round. An old streetlight post with a money kettle. A couch and a rocker and a lounge chair with a floor lamp between. A desk and a very small Christmas tree at the center of the stage. Scene 1. When the scene opens, the light is only on the rocker and chair. Joe is reading a newspaper while Alice sits reading the Bible. Alice says, "Don't you wish we had a child?" Joe says, "Well, I bet you're reading the Bible again. You use that Bible to make my life hell. You read the same stuff over and over. I bet you can't turn the page." Alice says, "Can so." Joe says, "What, with a knife, a sharp knife?" Alice, in a low voice, "And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered." Joe says, "You forgot the baby tax. Let's see it, 4 cents a pound." Alice, in a louder voice, "And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger." Joe, "Because there's no room at the inn. I bet there was a convention in there." Alice, "But I wonder what it would have been like to have a child." Joe is making noise with his paper to disturb Alice. Joe gets up and leaves the stage. The sound of Joe flushing the commode many times to show contempt. Alice turns the page. Alice reads, "Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill shall be brought low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough ways shall be made smooth." Joe comes on stage wearing his Santa suit and putting on his overcoat. Joe says, "Well, what do you want me to throw down the chimney tonight?" Alice doesn't answer, and the lights go out on the stage. Scene 2. When the scene opens, the light is on the couch where Timmy is sitting and writing. Timmy, in a loud voice, "Stay out!" Mom says, "Young man, if you're in that candy, I'll..." Timmy says, "No, Mom, I'm doing something for Christmas." Mom says, "All right, but just be sure you stay out of the candy." Timmy says to himself, "Hope Mom likes this poem." His pen moves over the paper and he reads like he is playing a drum. "The baby cries and I laugh, period. But what do moms do? ? I guess they put up with boys like me, period. Good or bad? ? They put up with me, period. Now I'll draw a picture and then it'll be ready." Out loud, "Mom, can I go to the store for some crayons?" Mom says, "Look at the clock and tell me what time it is." Timmy says, 46 o'clock. Mom says, "What? 46 o'clock? What's that?" Timmy says, "The little hand is on the 4 and the big hand is on the 6. Mom, in a motherly laugh, says, "Okay, but go to the store in the corner." Timmy, after taking a piece of candy, says, "Yes, Mom." And Timmy skips out and the lights are off. Scene 3. When the scene opens, Joe Fishbait, the street Santa, is trying to stay warm. The stage lights are on the old streetlight post and the money kettle. Joe, in a loud voice, says, "Ho, ho, ho, Merry Christmas." Then to himself, "Merry Christmas, who could hear that? Yet I am the king of streets. Ho, ho, Merry Christmas. Even the street gangs come to toss pennies at my corner, and when all's through, they give something for my pot. Oh, but when night comes, only eyes and fear hear my cry. Merry Christmas. I wish the buildings were trees. Then I'd grab a low branch and strip it of leaves, and like a king would do to welcome himself, I could throw leaves in my way. Moving around to get warm. Merry Christmas. Among the gadgets and glitter, eyes of a child are hope and innocence that look up at me. Yet I get paid for that look. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Then in walk 2 robbers. They go around Joe. First robber, where's the bell? Joe says, I forgot it. So be nice and run along so I can get to work. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Second robber to the first robber. Santa's getting hot, so let's make the old man cool. So the second robber grabs Joe's false beard. Joe says, get out of here or I'll call the cops. Second robber, now I wouldn't do that. Well, not until we get our 50%. He picks up a few coins from the money kettle. Joe says, what 50? Second robber, the 50 that you have been getting from that pot there, Santa. Joe says, get the hell out of here. Second robber to the first robber, there he goes again, losing his cool. Then to Joe, man, don't you have the spirit? The first robber says, old man, don't give trouble, ha. And Timmy walks on stage. Second robber to the first robber, just get the money and let's get out of here. The first robber gets a handful of coins and starts to put the money in his pocket when Joe grabs his hand. And Joe says, no. The second robber pulls his knife and stabs Joe in the back and Joe falls dead. The first robber says, why? The second robber says, no lip from you. You just get the money and let's get out of here. The 2 robbers run off the stage, leaving Timmy and the body. Timmy walks in a confused state over to the body of Joe. While trying to revive his Santa, he gets blood on his hand. He runs off the stage. The stage is dark. Scene 4. When the scene opens, stage lights are on the desk. A fat man is sitting behind the desk. Sergeant says, how do you like those guys trying to outdo Christmas by going around the moon? I guess Santa Claus is kicking toys around because of these astronauts. Second policeman says, why do you say that? Sergeant laughing, everything has been going great for old Santa, but now, 'cause he's been upstaged. Get it? First policeman, yeah, we get it. It's another one of your reindeer jokes. Sergeant says, watch it, boy, or I'll put you on night duty. He looks sternly at the young man for a moment and then bursts into laughter. The others start laughing too. Second policeman says, that was the best one yet. In runs Timmy. Timmy says, they've killed Santa. The first policeman says, wait now, son, and catch your breath. Now, what's your name? Timmy says, Timmy Michael. And the first policeman says, where do you live? Timmy says, 165th Street. They've killed him. Sergeant to the first policeman says, I'll try to find the number in the phone book while you find out what's going on. The first policeman says to the sergeant, right. And then to Timmy, now what happened, Timmy? Timmy says, they've killed Santa Claus. The first policeman says, where? Timmy says, on the street where I live. And the first policeman says, who? And Timmy says, 2 men. Second policeman, after noticing the blood on Timmy's hand, he whispers to the first policeman, I think we'd better let him show us where Santa is. The first policeman taking Timmy's hand, you're right. And the first and second policeman walk out with Timmy, and lights are off on stage. Scene 5. As this scene opens, Timmy and his mother are sitting on the couch. Timmy says, I guess this is the end of Christmas. Timmy's mother leaves the stage and comes back with a Bible. Mom says, Timmy, in this book there are many things that may be hard for you to understand. It tells of hope for all. It also tells the true meaning of Christmas. Timmy looks wide-eyed at his mother. His mother says, a long time ago God saw many people without hope, and he sent a child to Mary. Timmy says, who's Mary? And the mother says, the mother of Jesus. He was born in a stable in a bed of a lamb, because there was no room at the inn. He became a boy who laughed and cried and climbed hills just like you. And in those days, in a far-off land, there lived 3 wise men who saw a star. It could shine in the day. It was a gift from God to the baby Jesus. Timmy's mother turns to read her Bible. They departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And when the baby Jesus was born, there was also shepherds watching the lambs. And Timmy's mother turns the page. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour, who is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill to men. And it came to pass, and the angels were gone from them into heaven. The shepherds said one to another, Let us go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which has come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. And when they had seen it, they had made known abroad the saying which was told to them concerning this child. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things they had heard and seen that was told unto them. Timmy's mother then closes her Bible. Santa Claus is not the whole meaning of Christmas. He is just a part of Christmas. Timmy, do you understand those verses from the Bible I read? Timmy says, yes. Mom says, well, that baby which was born so long ago in a stable, that had the shepherds and the 3 wise men come to see him, is what Christmas is really about. He was born as the Son of God to give all of us hope and peace in our hearts. Christmas is the celebration of Jesus' birthday. Lights go out. Scene 6. The scene opens with Timmy sitting on the floor by the small Christmas tree. He is reading the card on the package which says, Jesus was born and was once a boy, as the lights slowly fall. The offstage announcer then says, Tim reads the cards from his mom. He now knows the gift in the box is from her and not Santa, and the words she wrote so tenderly help him to know that Jesus is the true gift of the season. Tim's old view of Santa dies like the Santa on the street, but is now reborn, as the spirit of faith, hope, charity, and innocence of the very young, reminding him always of the young boy born in Bethlehem so long ago.